We now return to Let's Play Poseidon, this time the Mayan Revolution. Cut off from the Atlantean mainland, the lonely outpost that you will lead must stand tall in the face of an increasingly hostile world. Because this is an open play adventure, blah blah blah. The Mayan Revolution. 4 suits of armor are needed. Months have passed since you last received word from the homeland in Atlantis. Atlantis has been at war with some Aegean upstarts for some time, but certainly these simple people could never defeat Atlantis. Some travelers from distant lands speak of a catastrophe on Crimson Isle and on Atlantis, and report that entire portions of our fair home continent have sunk beneath the sea. No matter what has happened to fair Atlantis, the simple truth of the matter is that you must become self-reliant. Here in Speos there seems to be trouble afoot. The Mayans, who have always been docile, eager recipients of Atlantean knowledge and goods, seem changed somehow. They have begun to treat us a little rudely, and it is not an uncommon sight to see groups of them huddled together, speaking in low whispers. When asked to reveal the topic of their quiet, furtive conversation, they claim to be speaking about nothing special. All the signs point to impending danger. Only fierce soldiers and strong walls will ensure that Speos is safe. When you are ready to move on to the second part of this adventure, click the goals, la la la. Okay, and that is definitely not something we want to do. This is actually a very, very painful mission. Because basically we have to have everything ready to go from the get-go before moving on, because otherwise we lose everything. We don't have very many trading partners. The most important are the Biminis, because they provide fleece and olive oil, and they buy wheat and wood, which are things that we can produce here. So that is something that needs to be set up almost immediately so I can begin making money. I do have access to taxes this time around, but we have so few trading opportunities that that's not gonna matter much. Yeah, because nobody buys anything. The only thing everyone else buys is wine, and these guys are the only ones that sell it. So all money has to be made basically by selling wheat and wood. So yeah, basically we're going to be stuck here for quite a while before I'm ready to move on. Okay, this is probably enough to get started. What I'm going to do is build up my meat first before doing the wheat. And the Hydra here is going to be a pain in the ass forever, because he likes to follow people into town. Well, he does. Yep, here he comes. So, yeah. And I know all this about this scenario, because I just wasted 2 hours playing through and then discovering that the game fucks me over so bad later that you can't finish it unless you basically know what you're doing. It's kind of like last episode. You have to plan very far ahead, which is completely stupid.
Worship me, and my soldiers will defend you.
Okay, I think we've got enough. We can go ahead and put down some food. And, oh, one thing I do need is a way to collect taxes. Now, where do I want to put that? Well, I could get rid of a few trees. Just get rid of a few trees, because I don't believe the Hydra will attack the structure itself, actually. He'll just attack people. That seems to be the only thing that it is interested in at the moment. Jeez, I really don't want to just destroy all that, but I guess I will. Just get rid of that shit right there. Okay, let's put this far back like that. Now I can put down a tax office. Set a tax office. And at least we'll have that coming in. It's not going to be a major source of income. But I do definitely need as much as I can get right now, because it's going to take forever. We had those elite houses up, and the only way I can do that is by trading with everyone, and I need to overcome the trade deficit with wheat and wood. So basically, once those industries are up, I just sit here with my thumb up my butt until I have made enough money that I am comfortable, I guess. One thing I've also learned when I made this L shape before was that I made it a little bit too large, and I need to position that water like right there for him to get everyone. It's really obnoxious. But I didn't actually pay attention to everyone else, and it looks like, in fact, he's not making it all the way over there. No. What the shit? And he keeps just going that way, too. This is really obnoxious, and I don't know why it's doing it. But I was having this trouble with water before as well, where the water guy was only going in one direction. I made this too big. Alright, well, before this gets out of hand and is made worse, we're just gonna knock all that out. And we'll just have to deal with it some other way. Hopefully there will be enough population. I mean, the way I designed this, I should have enough room for all of the various buildings, plus several other housing blocks outside of, or on the outer ring, I guess.
Worship me,
Hera.
Queen Hera, and you'll never have to fear my husband.
Okay. Looks like we've got some wheat back up, so we'll start selling that. Do I have? I do. I've got 67 people. 67 people will be plenty. Let's do... Let's see. I think I want to put Yem there. So I'll put... This will go... Let's see. Wait. I need to check this again. Yeah, that'll go perfectly right there. So put that like so, and grab one of you. We'll go ahead and accept... I don't think I actually need to accept wood here. I think they will take it directly to the thingamabob, but I'll do that anyway, and we'll put in several of these. 1, 2, 3 ought to be enough to begin with. So we'll start selling that. We'll begin stockpiling our own. And then I guess, once I get beyond this point, I will need to... I'll need to what? I guess I'll have to start working on the elite housing. That will have to come next. So just to make sure everyone's getting their needs met. The Hydra is killing people, which actually makes it kind of difficult for everyone to fill in. It's really obnoxious.
Worship me, Queen Hera, and you'll never have to fear my husband.
Okay. Now have plenty of people. What I should be doing next... You know what? Actually, I'm gonna... Come on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is probably way more than I will ever need. Just go like that. And then, what's 1, 2, 3? No. Go something like that. And go like that, because I actually think, yeah, that one guy doesn't go far enough. Then what I'm going to do is start carting sheds, and we'll get the sheep going. I could block this off. They will cross the road and get in here. We'll deal with that as it comes. So all the basic infrastructure is set up and ready to go. 94 people. I think I can go ahead and put down this thing to Yem, because Yem is the only one who sells the bronze, and I'm going to need, I'll just buy 4. I will need marble if I'm going to start doing, actually, if I start doing temples, I could do Hephaestus, and that would give me my own source of bronze. I believe Hades has silver, which would allow me to make money as well. And then Ares, of course, would be useful for military. Hera gives oranges, and I think we're okay on the food with Artemis, so we don't need either of those two. Hephaestus, Hades was probably the #1 thing, actually, because in the next mission we'll lose basically all of our trade, and I can go conquering if I'm smart and get my stuff built up first, but that would help. I guess we'll have to see. Doing Hephaestus right now, I mean, bronze is pretty expensive, and yeah, maybe I could do that. Thing is, though, like, no one buys any, they only buy wine. Everyone just buys wine, so it's not like I could make armor to sell to other people. And I have to also be aware that I'm kind of limited in my building areas for housing, because I'm going to build the elite housing up here, but I've also got to save room for a hippodrome for Hercules and any possible temples that I will build. Ares and Hephaestus are fairly small. Hades is quite large, so I don't know. Right now, though, I think I'll set up the elite housing. Right, well, it's not perfect. And it does kind of block off this area up here from anything. I could use this as the hippodrome area, or possibly for temples. I haven't decided yet. Possibly the hippodrome. I mean, I don't know exactly. It doesn't have to be very big to summon Hercules. So we'll be fine so long as it's working. And what I do need, more importantly, though, are the horses. So I guess I can have that set up there. But yeah, there's no other way up there. There's no other way to get up there aside from just going through this. There's this one little area here. So I'll leave myself a little bit of, maybe we'll have to have some funky road up there and hope that the walker mechanics don't get completely screwed up because of it. Looks like these guys are able to walk all the way to at least where they need to go. So that's really all that matters in the end. Yeah. Did I'm gonna be very upset if I did not make that. I did. Okay, good. Okay, so next phase, I guess, is getting a second area up here ready to go for these guys. And then I guess I can just put it there. And then importing the olive oil I will need, as well as what? I guess I am importing bronze right now. Why am I doing that? Fuck. I guess to begin making the bronze, or the armor. Okay, we'll put one of those down for now. I'm gonna need more people. I can do that by putting fleece. We've got fleece. We've got plenty of fleece. Okay, put that down there. Come back over to you. We need wine, olive oil rather, and armor. And then, like I said, we'll need horses and chariots if I'm going to go that far. Now, what I can do as well is to create some of the frigates and use that as a naval thing, because everyone is reachable by water. So I believe we've got a little bit of coastline over here if I want to start construction on frigates. If I really, really want to do that. Which I guess I could. It depends on how much overall money I am making. Let's see, we're going to need to begin importing. I'll only get 12. So I don't want to start start taking it here yet. I want to get over here so I can start filling in the elite housing, because we need that more than anything. This mission is a real pain. A real pain. Are we making any money at all? Right, freaking there. A little bit. Yes, actually. I need to be making more before I go through my various phases of expansion, but it looks like we're okay on the wheat, because now it's all just going towards that. As soon as we start filling in this one up, though, I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see about the distribution of food, but getting all of this is just going to be such a pain. I need to set up a separate thing for the wine, which I'm going to have to begin importing now. From, I guess, these guys. Yeah. Okay, I can get more olive oil from them as well, but I'm going to have to do the math and, you know, calculate expenses versus income and make sure I'm not importing more than I can actually afford. That bronze. I mean, that's kind of an expense. And if I'm gonna begin importing all of that, damn. I don't know. I might just want to go Hephaestus rather than importing the bronze. Just have that built right now, because it's only going to take 13. I mean, I think we're going to need Hades. Whether I like it or not, I think it's just going to be too important to have that access to his silver. So, temple building next time.